friends. Today we went out in the backyard where the compost is and started digging up the dirt, the compost, that I have been building up over the last few years. My husband is going to be filling up vegetable raised bed gardens with soil, and he said that what he has figured it was going to cost us between $200 and $300. So I figured instead of paying that money, go in my backyard where the compost pile is and get it for free. And so that is what me and Donnie are doing. Donnie wouldn't let me do any of the work because it's back-breaking, and it is something he likes to do anyways. But a big shout out to Donnie for helping me out. I appreciate it. Okay, friends, let's get on with the video, and I hope you enjoy. That soil is just black. Oh, that's pretty. Put it in the bucket.
You ain't gonna put on this charter roll?
No.
I don't know why my shovel is so damn heavy.
Find another worm.
Woo-hoo. Some good stuff. Oh, another big fat one. Oh, yeah, he evaded me, little bastard. That was.
And this is all because of leaves.
Yeah.
Just piling leaves in a spot and letting it compost. It's going to be great for the garden.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Look how black that is.
That's number 3. Oh, shit. Oh. I'm just gonna stay in this area.
Right?
Well, I'm iffy on that one. I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm not gonna put as much in this one because of the broken bottom. So that's got some of them wet leaves and stuff.
Looks like you can dig again.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Okay.
Some more worms, see them?
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm trying to be real gentle.
You don't want to hurt them.
Nope, I don't want to cut them in half either.
See them?
Hopefully. And I won't have to worry about
That's nice and black. This is better than getting Miracle Grow.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get in the view.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's the number
4.
Yeah. Two more. Because I didn't want to put too much in this one. Oh, don't get in the dirt, buddy.
So hopefully it'll hold.
About to find out.
It did. So we have one cracked one so far. Because he's going to do 21 buckets, so he needs to know what buckets are.
Yeah. Well,
No, 21 buckets for my bucket garden. These are going in the the flower beds.
well, that can always fill this back up with the leaf.
But I think we'll have enough in this pile, this big pile here, to garden beds or whatever.
Good. God, that's some good stuff.
And those leaves will just compost into dirt and fill this all back in.
Oh, darn it.
What did it hit? There he is. You got him.
You fall in the... Yep.
This will eliminate that.
And that's just a little hole.
Yeah.
And we still got a big old mound over there.
And in the front and the back too.
Yeah.
It's alright. A lot of worms in it.
Now, just letting you know if the sticks break, I'm leaving them. So if they don't break, like, nope. Bye.
You got a worm crawling on your hand.
Yeah. That's why I'm still holding it over the bucket where it keeps crawling, he'll fall right into the bucket and cover him up. What I'm trying to clean out.
Yeah.
Silly worm. Doing that for a reason.
Yeah, to protect the potatoes. I got potatoes to bring out.
I'm sorry if I'm getting...
No, you're fine. Yeah, I figured we would break it up. 6 buckets today. The rest of the buckets tomorrow.
What?
Yeah. So that way we're not doing it all in one day.
I know. Don't mind the yard worker. He's got foul language sometimes. Like I said, if you don't love doing something, you end up quitting. No matter what kind of job it is. And I'm an old farm hand. I used to work on the farm, so this is relaxing and enjoyable for me to do. I need that lovely bucket you're sitting on.
Well, at least this compost came in handy.
Oh, yes. Yes, it did.
All right, let's call it good. So in between raindrops, I have been out here taking care of my garden. It's still kind of raining a little bit, but it's getting better. Kind of weaving around all this stuff. Just coming in here making sure everything's okay, because I couldn't get out here and ensure that it got closed up and it got a little windy. Now these, and this held up really well. We did have to tie it down, the greenhouse, because I think it would be like a kite. It'd fly away if it's not tied down. But other than that, it's been holding up really good through these storms that's been coming through. But I wanted to show you what we had been working with that compost, and you get to see, I had to water those, you get to see how well it all turned out. Just kind of looking to make sure. Looks like some rain got in here and got the floor a little wet, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about just making sure these guys are watered. They tend to dry out really fast, so we're gonna go ahead and water them again. That'll be the second time today, and we're just kind of working on everything. All right, so let's go out here and we will look at the garden. And this is the compost that we put in, and you can see I'm already started to plant some beans and stuff in here. They were ready to be planted, and they're doing so much better now that they have room to grow. They've actually got a lot bigger, and I planted them yesterday. That's 3 you've seen so far. And I think this one is a loofah right there. I think it'll be okay. I just want to, it just has to recover. And then that is a pumpkin. And believe it or not, I'm not sure what those are. But that's okay. It is what it is. I'll figure it out when they grow it. I think those are watermelons. Black Beauty watermelons. So my husband, I've said before, my husband got this hoop and he put the fencing up so that way the climbing plants can grab onto it and climb up over it. And then he got me these raised beds. They're not the most expensive, but they're not the cheapest either. And then we went and got the compost out of my backyard, and we worked until like 10 o'clock at night digging, and then it took us another hour to put everything away because my husband is very meticulous about that. Whenever you're done with a project, or even when the project isn't completely finished, we had this one here that needed to still be filled up, and then the one over here in the far back needed to be finished, filled up, and but we still put everything away. And then he put rocks down for easy maintenance, and underneath we have the weed barrier, and it costs quite a bit still with having to buy the rock and everything with it. But if you really think of things in a different light, it might have, the upfront cost was a little more expensive, but I have heirloom seeds, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest the seeds off of a couple of each plant. That way I have seeds for next year, and these raised beds will be here next year, the soil will be here next year, the rocks will be here next year, and several years after that. And so with the fencing, and my husband also put fencing there to help keep the dogs out, and it'll all be here 10 years from now, and so we will recoup some of that cost. But I wanted to show you what it looks like in here. And like I said, it did cost quite a bit, and not so much for the hoop and the fencing, but for the raised beds and the stone. The stone was pretty pricey because he wanted to get a specific kind. And so anyways, that is the gist of everything. And I wanted to show you, we were digging and why we were digging and where we were putting it. But if you compost, and you take your leaves and you put it in a pile and you turn it. Now, I didn't turn my compost. That's probably why it took years for it to turn to compost. But if you turn it, every so often, you turn it to dirt. And that dirt is really good for your raised beds. Just don't put anything in it that's, harmful. No chemicals, no plastics, no anything like that in your compost area. And you will have a very rich black soil for your beds. Okay, friend, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit all, so that way you can get notifications of my upcoming videos. And if you're old here, glad you came back. I'm glad you spent time with me, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, friend.